And we are live. Hello, everybody. Spider here once again. Coming soon podcast, San Antonio, Texas. Being joined by Mick Strawn. My man, how are you doing today, bro?
I'm doing great, man. It's finally cooled down a little bit, and I'm enjoying my life again.
And let me ask you, where are you at right now?
I'm in Nashville. Actually, it's Gallatin, about half an hour outside of Nashville. I live here on a little piece of 6 acres that has two houses on it, and my wife and I live in one, and my son and his family, including four granddaughters,
Oh,
lives
nice,
next door. Yeah.
dude. Did that mean they can come visit anytime, or how does that
All
work?
the time. You know what? Our house is the International House of Freedom.
Oh, nice.
I've been told that by multiple granddaughters.
Oh,
International House of Freedom.
I like that. I mean, that's one of the things. I mean, with 6 acres, I would think you could walk around out there. Nobody, neighbors can't hear you, can't see you. You got that solitude, which
Oh yeah.
no
Oh
pun
yeah.
intended.
Yeah. Solitude. Oh, funny you should say that. Solitude.
There you go, my man. But that's cool though. And I mean, when it comes to property, I mean, how long have you guys been living out there?
I I think that we've been here for about 6 years. You know,
Oh, okay,
uh,
cool.
I, we moved out of L.A. In 2013, my sister died in a plane accident, and
Okay, man.
it it caused a chain of events that made me retire and well, kind of semi-retire. And we moved to Washington for a little bit, and then and then wanting to be next to my grandchildren.
Yeah.
And then my son moved here, and we all packed up and moved east. And we co-bought this piece of property, and it's very pretty.
Man, and I was gonna say, I mean, because being a family, like I grew up with a family of eight. It was 10 with mom and dad, so we're a big family. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
it's one of those things where I wish my siblings would have been smart enough to want to get together and just buy property somewhere and we can all just share it. But nobody
We,
thinks like that, unfortunately. But that would have
well,
been.
I put down the huge ground. I had money in the stock market, and then Trump came along, and
Ah,
I got really nervous back in 2016 because he's kind of an ass and an idiot. And I thought to myself, I'm pulling myself. I'm going to go to property, and so I bought this.
no, yeah. You see, I was a postal employee 15 years, man, and being in
Oh,
there
really?
like I used to, yeah. And it was working with. I mean, I'm 51 now, right? But I mean, this was like
Yeah.
when I was in my 30s, and I used to work next to some old timers, man. But they were all about stock and IRA bonds, and so I would listen, I
Yeah.
started like paying attention to it, man.
Yeah. It just got. It used to be very steady, and
Yeah.
it's not steady anymore. And I lost a lot of money, and before I lost it all, I decided that I just put it in property.
No, yeah, you get to it's like they say, still money is dead money. People just keep it at
Mm,
the bank and you get taxed on it. I mean, might as well buy
yeah,
something that you can enjoy.
absolutely. And I we have our little house here, and we decorate it funky, as you can imagine a production designer would. And you know, uh, it, the East Coast has been really nice. The East Coast has a lot of horror cons, and
Yeah.
I'm invited often to go to horror cons. I've
Oh,
slowed
nice.
down a little. I've slowed down a little bit. I had a heart attack about. I had a heart attack. Get this. I had a heart attack on Halloween of last year.
Wow.
Now,
What?
here's the thing. You know, I have all these writer friends,
Right.
and they say, if we wrote that, everybody'd say that's pure bullshit. They say, how can you,
Yeah.
of all people, how can you have had a heart attack on Halloween?
True.
I was
True.
like, that's a that's a that's just the fates slapping you really hard. You know what? That's being 68 and having the fates reach down and pick you up like you were a baby and slapping your butt.
Yeah. No, and I mean, let me ask you this. I mean, how did you know you were having a heart attack? I mean, what were some of the symptoms? Did you have anything prior? How did that go about?
I had COVID. I had COVID I had COVID 6 times, and on the 6th time,
Oh,
I was in the hospital. I was literally in the hospital, getting that. I can't think of the name of it. There's a shot that they give you to try and battle COVID, and I
right.
went there to get that shot, and then I had a massive heart attack. And the thing is I just went, oh, and I thought it was the COVID.
Man, I mean, it was actually the
And then the doctor goes, yeah, except for we have you on a monitor right here, and your heart stopped. And I was like, oh, well, that's not good. And then I passed out, and I woke up in an ambulance, zipping across town to the big main hospital here. So yeah, there you go. You know,
man.
uh, I'm gonna say I'm only giving it a half a star at most. Right?
Right.
Having a heart attack. I'm just saying. You know, I'm not gonna give it 5 stars. No freaking way. You know, it's half star. I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if I give it any stars, but that's something. That's
Well,
something,
hey,
man.
hey, I'm taking a half star just for surviving.
Man, well, let me ask you. I mean, what were you going, or what was going on that I mean, obviously you went to go get the vaccine, but I mean, it was Halloween, so were you like had plans? Were you guys going somewhere?
uh, I didn't basically because I was in the middle of COVID. You know, that was the 6th time that I'd had COVID. So, I was, and don't get me, man, I am totally into vaccines and all the rest of that. I had all the vaccines, I had all the boosters and everything. I just am susceptible to COVID. So, you know,
I was gonna say because when all that was going, as a matter of fact, when all that started, it started here in San Antonio.
yeah,
The Lackland
yes,
National case was the one
yep,
where they had the people and they went to the mall, North Star Mall, and
right.
they after that,
It started in 2 places. It started in San Antonio and it started in Seattle.
right,
And
right.
I was in Seattle working on a film
Oh man,
when when all of a sudden they started to close the airport down, and I immediately got onto a flight to come back home, and everybody on that flight wound up having some of the first cases of
for
COVID.
strain.
Yeah. I was like, oh wow, man, it was a series of disastrous events.
No, no, for sure. Because for me here, like I mean, it was literally from one day to the next. Everything was like city was shut down, and I'm thinking, okay, how's that gonna work? Like I gotta go to work. I was doing I was
Right.
a full time furniture delivery guy for Big Lots. They closed down a couple months back.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. I
man, it
was
was
I had COVID. I had COVID, and uh, I made sure that I went out between COVID attacks. I went out and bought every stick of every material that I needed to remodel my house, one end to the other. And so, and it was in this carport. There was a pile of lumber and lavatories and sinks and drywall and appliances and everything you can imagine was piled right here. And I just fed them all in and replaced all my windows, and or I put in new windows and beams and took walls out and made a kitchen and cabinets and all the rest of that.
man, and I was gonna
So
say that was pretty smart because for me, when all this was going on, I was delivering furniture, and it turned out I had a lot of work because people were working from home. People were just
Yeah.
ordering everything, and I was just
Well,
dropping it
yeah.
off.
Everybody was making an office, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, I
That's
stayed
exactly.
busy. I actually, thank God I made a lot of money that those 2 years, man. It was just like constant work, and I
Yeah. Yeah.
mean, it
There
was
you go.
unfortunate. We lost a lot of lives, a lot of loved ones, and but for me, I was like, I was wear a mask. I was leaving furniture at the front door. I wouldn't even go in. It was just, I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah. No,
yeah.
I am. I am with you. It's it was there is a Chinese curse that goes like this: May you be born in interesting times. And you know what? We
Yeah.
were in interesting times.
Yeah. No, no, for sure. I mean, it was just, it's like a movie. I mean, it's like when it was going on, I
Yeah,
was like,
yeah.
man,
It was like a weird ass movie. It was yeah, exactly. COVID,
so
the movie.
I wonder, nobody's has it. I know people have made movies about it even before. I mean, when it came to like a virus or a strain, but
Yeah,
I don't know if anybody's made any on COVID itself. I mean, I'm sure there's been like a TV films here and there, but
yeah. It's
wow.
really true. I just remember the pictures of the uh, those big containers, the refrigerated containers that they put next to the hospitals in New York
Oh yeah.
that were full of bodies, and I was like, "Oh, dude, man, that to me that was the most dystopian kind of thing, right? Very weird."
No, yeah, yeah. It was it was unfortunate, man. Like I said, I mean, and it just so happened. I mean, you say you were filming. I had actually done two auditions the month before. I think 2 weeks before it all happened. I had actually that was like the part of my life when I was like, man, I want to, you know what? Like my kids are grown, they're on their own, and I had nothing else to do. So I said, let me try this movie thing. Let me see what I can do. And I jumped on two auditions, and then COVID happened, and so it's like it was years till years after that I was able to actually start jumping on projects and actually venturing out there. So here I
Well,
am.
you know what? The thing is, I'll tell you, I have a reminder right here that says live, and it looks like we both managed to be live.
Yeah. Oh yeah, true. I mean, here we are. It's like I mean, now it's just one of those things where I mean, people have asked me and they're like, "Hey, what did you kind of wish you would have done it earlier?" And I don't because I got to be dad. I was there for my kids. The
Yeah,
game, they had everything going on, so I said, you know what, it was perfect timing. So now it's just go time.
dude, being in the business in LA was so hard on family things,
Oh yeah,
but
I can only
my
imagine.
wife and my wife and I have been together for 46 years, so
Wow.
somehow or other we got through it. Mostly because she's a very patient, loving human being, and me, I'm just a monster. I mean, essentially, I've grown into my werewolf kind of phase, as you can see. It's funny. I was literally in a bar yesterday, and I heard a guy says somebody comes by and goes, "Do you know where Mick Strawn is?" And I heard this friend of mine out here says, "Yeah, go into the bar and look for somebody that looks like a werewolf."
I
And
was
the guy
also wondering.
walked right up to me.
I know. I kept looking to see if there was a full moon behind you. I said, "What's going
Yeah.
on, man?" Oh man. And that's cool. It's actually a buddy of mine here locally. He's in Pleasanton, south of me. Like we're gonna start working on projects, and his production is actually Werewolf Films. So that's
Oh
kind of
yeah,
cool. That's cool. I can
it's
see that.
funny. A friend of mine, Eric Mathias, who's he did there's a film out called Infernal, and
Yeah,
he directed that, and he's asked me to he's got a I can't remember the name of it, but he's got a lycanthrope film coming up, a werewolf film, and I'm supposed to production design that, and that would be probably the first of the year, would be my new project up there, if I decided that I'm healthy enough to actually survive it. I
yeah,
like
man.
I like I like surviving films.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, no kidding, man. I mean, heck, you survived a heart attack without a movie. You know, it makes
Yeah,
sense.
right. What's a movie? What's a movie? I've done those. I've done 130 of those. I don't have a problem with that.
No kidding, man. And I mean, looking at the your IMDb, man, and of course, a lot of the past work that you've jumped on, helped with. I mean, you know, what is it that has kept you going to back to films? I mean, is it maybe okay? I mean, I'm pretty sure I know the answer because I would love to be doing that. But I mean, for yourself, what was it that kept you going back?
You know, the really funny thing is, and this is looking at it historically speaking. Uh, you don't know. I literally, that's just what I did for a living, right? You know, and I lived in the L.A. area, and I just went from one project to the other. And the odd thing about it is, so many of them have been really popular and still today. I mean, think of it this way: if you've heard of the film Ordinary People, right?
Oh
That
yeah,
was okay. That was from the '80s, and that was a big film in the '80s. But here's the weird thing about it is nobody gives a shit anymore about Ordinary People, and it was an Oscar winner, right? Um, or Steel Magnolias, or any of those films. I mean, those were big films at the time, and those are the films that we at the time looked for. But but I was Beans is I had started doing horror. I just kept doing horror films, right? And that was the utter ghetto at the time. I mean, it was the worst. It was there was no respect, and we were always trying to stretch our budgets and driving around in junkie cars and all of us just barely getting by, right? And the funny thing about it is everybody. I mean, particularly the ones I did, although I can't even really tell you why. Specifically, uh, they're the ones that everybody remembers now. I mean, nobody could sit back down and say, "Well, Steel Magnolias, was such a great blah 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 blah." Nobody talks about that, but boy, they do talk about Leatherface and Nightmare on Elm Street
oh yeah.
4, Critters 2, and Blade, and it's I'm just lucky. That's all. Just lucky.
Man, and of
Well,
course, I mean,
and a little weird.
oh
And a
yeah,
little weird. Don't get me wrong.
just a little, man. You
Just a little. Just a little. Weird werewolf looking fucker, right?
know, man, and of course, I mean, now, like you said, I mean, if you know, if you feel healthy enough, of course, you're going to be jumping on your friend's project. This is going to be next year.
Yeah. 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 I got a couple. I got another one called Phobia. And both of those films look like they'll actually go at the beginning of the year. I mean, I don't want to direct again for a while. That was exhausting, and I'm not sure that I've got I'm not sure that I got the attention span anymore to direct. But I can certainly be a production designer, and in Phobia, I would literally be helping a friend of mine direct. So I can just sit there and go, what the fuck do you think you're doing? What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? And we're really good friends, so it's going to be just this constant stream of insults and insults and insults because this is what friends do,
Yeah.
right? We insult each other for years.
Oh
It goes on forever. You know what? It's a gift. That's what it is. It's a gift.
well, yeah. I mean, constructive criticism to the max, right?
Oh, I
Very.
don't care if it's no. I'll tear the fucker down. I mean, look. I don't want him to get too big of a swelled head. I mean, oh yeah, you're the director.
Yeah, and let me ask you though, because of course, through years and years of working on projects, man. I mean, has it come to a point where that you just get a random call and they're like, "Hey, I'm doing this movie. I mean, we'd love for you to jump on or help out." I mean,
Yeah, I mean that's the way that it was. That's the way that's always been. It's not that. I mean, yeah, that's it's word of mouth. I mean, it's literally. I've never gotten a job because I had a great resume or anything. it just goes like from one thing to one job to the other, word of mouth. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a very, you got to remember, especially when I started, and probably for the first 20 years, there's a very small, you're talking about a very small group of
Yeah.
people. You know, I mean, I knew every other production designer, every other construction coordinator, every other makeup effects man, every other mechanical effects person. I knew all these people. We all knew each other. You know, it was just a handful of people, and the thing is I have lived long enough that people erroneously call me a legend. I mean, holy shit! What, don't you have something? Don't you have a real job? What the hell are you talking about? I'm still alive. I am still alive.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, we are live. Says so up
Yeah,
here.
yeah. It says. Yeah, hold on. It says right there. It says live.
There you go, man. But man, and let me ask you, I mean, because when it
Hey,
comes to
hey. By the way,
yeah,
I told you this would be good, right?
oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. And that's what I want. You know, I get a lot of first timers, and they're like, oh, I don't know. And I say, man, let's just have a conversation. Just be yourself. I said, all we're gonna do is talk, and that's it. Make it fun. You know, keep
Yeah,
going.
I don't have anybody else to be
Yeah,
other than myself.
man. And of course, and let me ask you this, because when it comes to projects, I mean, you've done quite a few, man. I mean, of course, but you've jumped in quite a few. Is there one that stands out more than the others for yourself?
uh, well, for a long time I did just movies, and then and and the one that stands out in those was probably Nightmare 3 and 4.
Yeah,
Um, but then at the same time, later on in my career, I kind of specialized in things. I mean, it's such a strange, like I did the shower sequence, the blood shower sequence for Blade,
yeah.
right? Uh, and it's because I have a good eye, a lot of mechanical knowledge, a lot of, and I knew specifically what I wanted to do with it. It's the thing is I get trapped by. Can you help me out here? No, I'm dead serious.
Yeah.
That is the way the trap may, and you can say, no, we're going to offer you this much money. We're going to. You just have to come up to me and say, I'm having problems with how I'm going to do this in the script, and I'm trapped and cannot get away, just as much as like a bear trap caught my fucking foot. It's the same. It's almost the same thing. It's like, and the next thing you know, I'm like, well, if we did this and this and this, and you kind of changed the script like this, and then the next thing I've got a huge project going again.
No, no, for sure. But I mean, I guess at one point, I mean, that's what's interesting, because I mean, it's not, you don't plateau. I mean, you never know really what's going to happen or what's going to be offered. I mean, it could be different,
Yeah,
movie
I
genres.
I I am probably one of the most professional amateurs you've ever met.
I like that. I like
You
it.
like that, right?
Yeah.
Professional, not just an amateur, and not just a professional, but a professional amateur. Because
I like that.
I can walk into, I mean, I did it on even like Runaway Train. I came on Runaway Train, worked second unit, and I operated and built all the torn up train parts and made it so that they would be able to be lifted off of the train when we
Yeah.
had to film it before the wreck and after and all the rest of that. It's you just present me with that problem, and the next thing you know, I'm trapped. I'm trapped again. God damn it.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Oh my God. You shouldn't have
Yeah.
said that. You just shouldn't have said that. Right.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Let me ask you this though, because I mean, I've only been in a few projects. I mean, but when it comes to films, I mean, I've always every project that I'm in, I always get grab a movie prop. I mean, I asked the director and I let them know like, hey, can I have this? And I'll have like the lead actor or lead actress sign it. Do
Yeah,
you
yeah,
have
yeah.
stuff like that at home?
Not a thing. Here's the funny thing about that. I was just talking with somebody else about that. Uh, he said, he says you can be of one of two types. I don't give a crap.
Yeah,
I don't want to. I don't. By the time I am done with all of this, with a given project,
yeah,
I don't want to see it. I don't want to see any piece of it. I don't want to be reminded of it. I want to. I am this guy. I move from here forward. That's
nice. I
all I
like
do. I don't think I don't have it. If I have told people before this because I get emails all the time that say, "Hey, you wouldn't happen to have a Freddy glove or a couple of or a mask from Leatherface or a Critters from Critters 2 or a sword from uh, uh, Hercules," and I'm like, dude, if you had asked me as I was walking away from the set when I was done, if you had asked me then, the answer would be the same as it is now. No, I don't have anything. All I've got is what's in this squeezy little head. That's it.
and of course the films, they're out there too, right? So you got that
Yeah,
too.
well, you see, that's the way that I see it. People go, well, yeah, I've got a great reel or something like that, and I go, yeah, I've got probably 200-300 hours
Yeah,
of reel out there.
yeah.
I don't need to worry about that.
No, 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 for sure, man, and that's one of the things because even now, like I said, I mean, I just started. I jumped on this last year. I think this is like the second year that I've actually been,
Yeah,
jumping on projects and enjoying it. Taking it for what it is and opportunities, man. I mean, like I said
move
earlier.
forward, dude. Move forward, dude. Go for it.
Oh
Right?
yeah, I mean, and that's all. And let me ask you, there was we had a cool conversation before we went live, and you had mentioned that you had asked me what actor was actually in two films that you were
Oh,
on,
yeah, yeah.
and and of course, Danny Trejo, man. I mean, I told you I got to meet the man finally earlier this year.
Right.
He was under the weather, and I
It
couldn't.
was. Who brought it up is I had hardly even ever connected that. I mean, I think I connected it a long time ago, but Danny Trejo at the time
Yeah,
was an extra. I mean, but the thing is Danny Trejo was on the Hidden. He was in the Hidden, and he was in Runaway Train,
yeah,
and both times he was in jail. And both times was not only that, both times it was in the same jail.
yeah.
It was a Lincoln Heights jail that had been decommissioned probably 50 years ago, and we always shot in there. It was the stand-in film. It was the jail, right? It has that great jail look to it, right? And so absolutely everybody used it all the time in town.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, evidently we would just lock him up. We may have just left him in there for a while, and
Oh,
and another film moved in, and he was still there. I'm not 100% sure about the details of it. Right?
no, yeah, he probably stayed there. Figured, yeah, come back for him.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe more knows another
Hey,
movie.
no, hey, it's okay. They'll let us out.
There you go. There you go. But yeah, man, I finally got to meet the man this year. Met his son. Like I said, it was wild.
Yeah,
There was a lot of stuff
yeah,
going on, but for me
yeah.
to be
I,
able to take a
I
picture
really,
with him,
yeah, I really respect him, man. He has got the greatest look. He
oh
really
yeah,
does.
that's one of those. I mean, he keeps saying it, but I mean, when they ask him, can you play a prisoner? He was like, man, I was a prisoner. I
Yeah,
mean,
he was.
yeah,
He
I know.
was. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. I actually remember discussing that with him when we were on the Hidden. Yeah, he says because I said, yeah, you have a really interesting look, and he was like, yeah, actually, I've been in here. I was in this jail when it was actually in commission. I go, okay. Well, you look great. You look great.
There you go. That's, you look at home. Look at
Yeah,
peace, man.
yeah. Right. You look at peace. What can I say?
Oh, man, and of course, you did send me some images. I mean, there were some projects that are actually once on video on demand, and
I had
I wanted to
that's
bring this one up first because this was
that,
Pig Hill.
this is Pig Hill now. Pig Hill uh, is with Rain. Oh yeah. It's, I should be better. I don't have the poster around, but uh, that Pig Hill was directed by Kevin Lewis,
Yeah.
and Kevin Lewis did Willy's Wonderland.
Yeah.
With Nick Cage, and he was a dream to work for. I mean, he could actually think and direct at the same time, which is a very, very it's a very rare thing to be able to actually do. Now, I do it myself. I because Pig Hill is one of the films I sent you, and the other was Solitude, and Solitude is the one that I directed. So Solitude is on Tubi. Go see it. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're gonna have a werewolf.
There you go.
Werewolf at your house, at the door, going, "Hey, dude, I need you to watch this. I'm just gonna ask once, and then the second time, we're gonna mean it." Pig Hill was great. Working with R.A. McHalehoff, who is a good friend of mine, and R.A. also did Leatherface. We worked together way back then, and and both of us have gotten fat and happy. You know how it goes, right?
Oh yeah.
And but Solitude was. I directed with Jeremy Brown, and the two of us actually together did a film called Vengeance, Friday the 13th Vengeance, which was the first, what would you call it, first fan film I had ever done, which meant that we were using a whole bunch of people that weren't getting paid. And I never worked before with people that weren't getting paid. It amazed me how strong the volunteer aesthetic was.
Yeah.
We paid people when we did Solitude. Solitude is basically it's Alone.
Right.
Alone is a TV series that you send people out just to see how long they're going to last in the wilderness, all alone. See, alone. See how they did that? And we did Solitude. Basically, we took that same exact formula and we just threw a Wendigo in it, and fun. Yeah, we had an amazing actress, Sam Vincent.
Yes.
Sam Vincent did just such a great job, and considering that literally it's just her and the camera. For 95% of the film, she just did a great job, and Jeremy wrote most of it, and I would just correct things as we went along. And this is just hey, you didn't get that eye right there. You didn't. You gotta dot those. And I kind of like directed. He kind of wrote it, and he would prep the actress, and they would go over in the corner, and they would talk to each other like this, and then every once in a while, one of them would look over at me and go, "Yeah," and I controlled the lighting. I wanted it to look. I didn't want to do what everybody seems to do currently, which when it says night, they fucking go outside at night and you can't see jack, right?
Yeah. Now you gotta look for that.
I kind of did the more old fashioned thing of very much like the Evil Dead or the Evil Dead 2, that kind of uh, 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 lights, lights, silhouette of trees, silhouette of book. It's like the lights are just hidden,
Yeah,
but it's it's bright, but it's still night. You know, we used to call them lit nights.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
because the uh, filming at night actually took more lights than filming the day by a long shot. I mean, we would be on stage. We wouldn't even use that many lights. So the thing is it has a very polished look. You can see it on Tubi. Um, And the great thing about it, especially in the writing, is both of us kept trying to decide whether Kara, who is the main character, Sam Vincent's character, whether Kara is going crazy through lack of food. I know how I am when I
Oh
haven't.
yeah,
You know,
oh
when I really want a burrito, you see what I'm saying. Um, uh, we kind of rode the line through the whole thing of whether she's crazy or there really is a Wendigo out there, right? So the thing that's great about it is that in every discussion we had, we never actually came to a conclusion, and that's the great part of it. That actually made the film, because in the end, you don't know whether she's crazy or there's still a Wendigo out there, right? So I think it's a good looking film, and it never it's well worth your time. Did I mention that I want you to go out and see this? I think I did.
oh yeah, yeah.
I think I did. I think I did. So anyway, Pig Hill, that phobia, and you got all that other crap that I did
Oh,
historically. That's the worst.
my man. And let me ask you, of course, I mean, when it comes to home life, I mean, you're home, you throw a movie on. I mean, of course, you say you don't go back and watch your own work. So what do you watch?
Well,
What
here's
movies
the
do you watch?
funny thing. The movies I really like is I really like uh, old black and white films.
Oh, nice.
Uh,
Yeah.
Tubi, or not Tubi, but what is it? YouTube.
Yeah.
I sit and just go through YouTube, and I will go through and just watch just about any uh, horror, gangster, or comedy film from the 30s or 40s. And the funny thing is, and especially since the heart attack, I have problems watching most of the films that I uh, worked on because they're too tense, and I start getting
Oh,
palpitations, which is driving me nuts. I mean, you could never believe that I would have had a heart attack on Halloween and that I can't watch horror movies
yeah.
because I get palpitations.
Yeah.
It's just like being trapped in somebody's really bad novel.
I was gonna say if somebody made a movie about it, it'd be unbelievable, man.
Right, right, exactly. I have so many writer friends that go, dude, that's just none of this is believable. You really landed in a really unbelievable part of your life, and they go, hey, I'm living it. I know exactly what you're talking about.
No, no, for sure. And let me ask you too, because when it comes to the movie Solitude, I mean, I did watch it. I enjoyed it. I mean, it gave me that whole found footage vibe. I mean, I'm a big fan of reality shows when it comes to Alone and others that have been going on throughout the years. And it's always like the age old question, because you talked about her not knowing whether the Wendigo it's real or if it's in her head. I mean, I've
How
been.
did how did that feel? I mean, it's well, you saw the special role that a flashlight played in it,
Oh
right?
yeah. Oh yeah. You know what? But I was gonna say though, I mean, you talked about the shadows, and I did notice, but because of that, I never thought about it being daylight or there being a sun up, or So
You're
I
right.
enjoyed it. I mean, you're talking about it now. I was thinking, oh damn, like now I got to rewatch it and look at that because it definitely added character to the film. You know.
Well, I want to thank you so much for seeing it.
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
I appreciate that. Please tell all of your friends that that not only did you see it, but that it was directed by a legend.
A legend, a living legend.
A living legend. That's
Yeah, there
that.
you go.
The funny thing is one of my good friends is John Dugan, who was in
Yeah,
Chainsaw Massacre, right? And the great thing is we both use legend as a slur to each other, right? Yeah, you know what? You're so old. You're so old. You're like a legend now. You old legend. It's it's sort of like calling him a cunt or something, you know. It's
oh,
like it has the same exact feel to it, right? You know, yeah, you legend. Yeah.
and I was gonna say last year actually I was a moderator for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the 50th reunion, man. So I got to
Oh,
meet
really?
John. I got to meet John. I got to meet a lot of the the guys from the original film, which was a dream come true for myself. I was born in '74, so I was
Oh,
born that
oh,
movie was
really?
yes.
Yeah, but John and I, John and I live about 20 minutes apart
No
from
way,
each other.
man. Sweet.
He lives right down the road, you know. Yeah, and he is a kick in the pants. He really is. And I had a heart attack, and then 2 months later, he has a heart attack.
He had to have one,
Uh,
man.
but the thing is I had to do. You know what? It's a weird competition because I had a dual bypass. I had a double bypass, and so he, I'm going to have a quadruple bypass. I said, well, you know.
He had to one up you one. Damn.
Yeah. What the hell is that all about, right? Uh,
Hey, but did
he's
he
an,
have this on the Halloween night though?
yeah, but he's an awful person. He's a legend.
Yeah, he's a legend.
A legend.
Hey, that guy was cool though, man. I mean, I know when we started the Q&A panel, like we couldn't find him. He showed up like a few minutes later. Hey, there he is. We're like, thought we lost him for a minute there.
Yeah. It's easy to lose John. He just kind of like wanders away. The thing is he'll he'll be he'll be looking. He's looking for a joint or a beer or a slug of whiskey.
Well,
You know, it's all you have to do is uh, tie a tie a beer onto a string and then just drag it along, and you'll catch him like he's a fucking fish. You know. Whoa! Hey, I gotta do it. Damn it! All right, come on. Yeah, that guy's a legend.
oh yeah, definitely, man. Well, that's cool, man. I mean, living that close. I mean, do you guys like hang out or?
Yeah, occasionally I go over there. You know, I mean, he's a good guy. The thing is he's constantly on Facebook anyway. It's like I don't even have to go any further than my phone, and he's always there. He is always there.
Tell him every time I'm on Facebook, you're on Facebook. Come on, man. What's going on?
Yeah, come on, man. What's up with you? Jesus. So, so you know what? We're gonna wind this up because
Yes,
I'm
yes.
about ready to grab my dog and go get something to eat.
No, no, yes, sir. But I do appreciate you, man. Don't hang up yet, brother. I want to ask you a few things, but everybody out
Okay,
there, of course.
everybody out there, remember Solitude?
Yeah,
Remember Pig Hill? Uh, uh, Remember, Aging Werewolf, right? Uh,
Mick Strawn.
and I want to thank. I want to thank you. This has been a blast. I've had a
No,
really
thank
good
you,
time.
man. Thank you. Appreciate you, and thank you
See,
for your time.
and I told you that this would be interesting,
Oh
right?
yes, yes, definitely. It has been. Appreciate you, man. But don't hang out yet, brother. Everybody out there, of course. Once again, Mick Strawn, thank you for your time. Everybody else, follow up, subscribe, check out Solitude on Tubi. Till next time, follow up.